Yeah, from Africa, like what is it, like 60,000 years ago?
That's what I'd read. I don't remember exactly where the article.
And this is
earlier.
near India?
Yeah, somewhere in India or near India, some island. This fucking dude was trying to bring him to Jesus. And they said, if you like the guy, we'll introduce you to him. They filled that motherfucker full of, oh wow, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, that's fucked.
That bitch is in the middle of nowhere. So they came off of Africa. That's crazy.
How the fuck
Spread
did
that
they
out so you go see all that shit? That's crazy. Yeah. You know what's interesting too? In England, they call people from India Asians. They think of that as Asia.
Because it is.
Right?
Because it is
Asia.
Asia, yeah.
But we got weird with Oriental at some point in time. Oriental became derogatory. Some weird way.
Yeah.
Oriental was normal. Like Oriental rugs. That was like a thing. You'd go to Oriental rugs.
Yeah.
That's like if someone was saying, spit toothpaste. Like, hey, hey, motherfucker, you can't say that shit anymore. But at one point in time, Oriental was like a total...
It was a real thing.
Yeah, it's part of the language. But so now we say Asian because we try to be politically correct. But Asia's fucking giant. Yeah. There's a lot of different kinds of folks in Asia.
What were those, like the people that ended up on that island?
One dude.
How the fuck you're running away from something to end up there?
Well, that's if you read about the migration of people from Africa spreading out, that's a big part of what they're doing. Is trying to get away from people that are trying to kill them.
Yeah.
Like it's all either they run out of resources, they run out of food, or they're being forced out of areas. Like new people come in, people escape and survive, and it's our entire history as human beings. It's like bigger, more powerful human beings move into an area and kill and rape, and then spread out, and then keep going, and everybody else just keeps going, and they eventually fortify in the distance. You get a new city, and they try to hold them off, and then new people are coming through. I mean, there's so many instances from the Mongols to the Romans. I mean, you can go back and back all through history, but if you broke it down, if you looked at it like a math problem, like what's happening here? Here's what's happening. These groups of people get together, and then they develop some shit that kills other groups of people, and they push into those groups of people and try to fuck their chicks. They try to steal their money, fuck their chicks, eat their food, and then they do the same thing. And then people go back and forth, and this is all people have done. Like, there's never been a time where no one was at war. Like, if you ever gone through human history, there's no there was a period of 100 years where there was no wars. It's never happened.
Yeah.
Never. It's never happened.
You're the best guy to ask about this. Isn't it impressive how they built those arrows, right? The craftsmanship, because they're proper
I don't know
arrows.
what they look like.
They
do
flew
they
up.
have pictures of the arrows?
But apparently he died just of the arrows hitting him. So the way I was thinking it was in order for an arrow to be done properly, right? And you could aim and then hit someone and kill him, and it has to go through the whole structure of the pelvis.
No, it doesn't have to. I mean, especially if they hit him a bunch of times. If they hit him a bunch of times, they could have shot him in the gut.
Even with shitty arrows?
Well, I don't think they have shitty arrows because they need them to survive, right? So there's got to be island animals, and they're hunting these animals. But it's not that hard for these people and these kind of tribes if they have the proper wood on the island. People have been making bows and arrows for a long time, and they'll use certain fibers from certain trees, and they weave them together and make a bowstring. And if they have enough good wood and they have good fiber and they have the knowledge, I mean, even if they don't have metal, you could still, to this day, I found one in Nevada. I found an old, I don't know what era it's from, but I found an arrowhead. But while I was actually bow hunting, I found an actual arrowhead from some Native American tribe that they had left behind. Apparently, they were like really common. Like people find them all the time. Because you think of the thousands of years that the indigenous people were here, and all the different animals they shot with bows and arrows, they figured out how to do it.
Yeah.
So these people must know how to do it too. And if they have enough good stone to make, something flint or something similar to make the arrowheads, or maybe they're using something toxic. Maybe they have some sort of toxic plant, and they're just dipping the tip of a sharpened tip into it.
If you dip the tip in something toxic, can you eat that meat?
Yeah,
after?
you can apparently.
But not the area near the arrow.
It's a good question. I don't know, but a lot of these tribes that shoot things, they shoot things with poison on the end of their arrows. Well, the idea is that they want to eat it, right? If they don't hit it perfectly, they're not going to wait for the perfect shot. They're just trying to hit it. So if they can hit it in the ass or in the neck or wherever the fuck they hit it, if they have poison, that thing's going to die, They use poison for a lot of weird shit, too. They use poison to fish. It's really strange. They take
They poison the fish?
Yeah, it's crazy. They take this plant and they smash it up, and they make it's like this green plant. I think was that the Yanomami of somewhere, maybe Bolivia or something like that. It's one of those tribal peoples that lives almost uncontacted, but still like they'll have like Under Armour t-shirts on and shit. It's weird.
Okay.
It's weird, but they're barefoot. And they take these plants, and I forget what plant it is, but they smash this plant up and make like this green pulp. And then they put this pulp in these ponds, and these fish just float. It's some sort of toxin, and it just fucks these fish up, and they just float up to the top. And then they go and scoop the fish and take them out of there. But it like paralyzes them.
It's not toxic to us, I guess.
I don't know, man. I mean, maybe
Must
they just...
be a little, but I guess you have to be really fucking hungry to think,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not killing enough or getting enough fruits or vegetables. I'm gonna poison these things, and I'd rather die being poisoned than starving to death.
Well, I think these people have been on the edge of survival. Like, they figured out survival down to like everything in their area. They know what's edible, they know what's dangerous, what to avoid, what to cultivate, what to seek out. They just, they know how to do it. So if these people are on if it's a resource-rich island, it seems to be like an island in the middle of the ocean, as long as they don't kill too much, as long as they keep a certain healthy population of animals around and are cognizant of that, is this these people?
Yes.